Cricket Wireless presents the Warmup, and thank you for tuning in. I'm your host, Ashley Bullington. It's December, and we're just 13 days away from the beginning of the Texas High School Football State Championship weekend, y'all. We have a jam-packed show this week that'll keep you on the edge of your seat. So let's get you warmed up. It's December. Cue the holiday music. December also means that state is right around the corner. It seriously is the most wonderful time of the year. Y'all better bet that I am ready and in the holiday spirit with all the presents coming our way from now until Christmas. Starting off right now, as it is the regional finals of playoffs. Who will come out victorious on their way to AT&T Stadium to try and hoist a state title trophy? We have a great show coming at you this week on Inside High School Sports. And let's take a look at some of the games that you'll be seeing highlights of in the lineup presented by So Chill Chips and Salsa. Our Whataburger game of the week is South Oak Cliff versus Lovejoy. Last week, the Golden Bears pulled off the upset of the playoffs as they took down the defending state champions, the Aledo Bearcats. Now they have another tough task in Lovejoy, who has been an almost unstoppable team this year. South Oak Cliff is wearing the pride of Dallas ISD on their backs after upsetting Aledo 10-time state champions last week, 33-28. If they can get 3 more wins in the postseason, the Golden Bears will have gone to state for the first time since 1958. They are trying to become the first Dallas ISD UIL state champion since 1950. The South Oak Cliff squad is finally getting the opportunity to show the Metroplex that they are the real deal when taking on big-name programs. During the regular season, the Golden Bears annihilated opponents, scoring an average of 55 points per game and scoring over 70 points twice this season. Now, their opponent, Lovejoy, defeated Timberview for a second year in a row in the regional semifinals, 24-20. Their defense was on fire as they had 14 tackles for losses against the Wolves. The Leopards are made of fighters as they've been able to overcome some great opponents this year and go to the 4th round of playoffs for the 2nd straight season. Another big game to keep an eye on is Allen versus Southlake Carroll. They'll be kicking off Saturday at 2 p.m. at Apogee Stadium. Guys, these two teams have given us some thrillers in the past, and it should be another great one as these two powerhouses go at it on the gridiron. Southlake plowed over Louisville last week, 52-0. The Dragons are looking almost unstoppable after that win. Their defense seems to be impenetrable. The defense is led by defensive back Wisconsin commit Avion Jones, who helped hold Louisville to 89 yards rushing on 31 tries and 64 passing yards. Caden Anderson tossed 4 touchdown passes, 2 each to Landon Sampson and RJ Maryland, with 3 coming in the first half and the 4th on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. This Carroll squad has come into the playoffs with vengeance after their loss to Westlake in the state finals, as their sole goal is to take the championship in 2021. The Allen Eagles took a decisive win over Trinity in the regional semifinals. They remembered that 49-45 loss to Trinity last season and changed the narrative as they won 59-21 on a rainy Saturday. Allen's defense came up with 4 turnovers. Allen running back Jalen Jenkins rushed for 112 yards and 2 touchdowns, including 1 for 56 yards. These two teams' last matchup was the season opener of the 2013 season, and Allen took the win 49-27.
Come into Cricket Wireless and get any LTE Android free when you switch. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Enjoy the authentic flavors of ancient recipes. So thin, so crisp, so good, so chill.
We have some great games coming up this weekend on Inside High School Sports, Saturday night at 6:30 p.m. on NBC5. Now it's time for a battle as we bring on some great athletes you'll be seeing lining up on the gridiron this week, but they line up right here on our show in the battle. Guys, we have for the battle this week 2 great athletes from Springtown High School. Guys, introduce yourselves.
I'm Hudson Hulett. I play quarterback at Springtown, and I'm a sophomore.
I'm Josef Yosten. I used to play free safety and running back before I broke my collarbone 2 weeks ago, so just cheering for them now.
Well, who's going to win the battle this week? Who's the better trivia guy here?
Probably me.
I love it. Okay, are y'all ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Okay, what does WWW
stand for in a website browser?
World Wide Web.
It is World Wide Web. Question number 2. What is the rarest M&M color?
Brown.
Red.
Brown.
Brown, it's brown.
All right, come back.
Which animal can be seen on the Porsche logo?
A horse.
It is a horse.
I got smoked.
What was the first soft drink in space?
Coca-Cola.
It is Coca-Cola.
I can't even say anything.
Who was the first woman pilot to fly
Amelia
solo?
Earhart.
Well, Hudson, congratulations! You are the battle champion this week.
Hudson.
5-0. 5-0.
Do you have any words for us?
No words. We're done.
Hudson, guys, so we will have highlights from the Springtown game and their playoff matchup this week on this week's episode of Inside High School Sports, Saturday at 6:30 p.m. on NBC5.
Guys, I seriously can't believe that football season is almost said and done. Inside High School Sports cannot cover every game going on in the area for our show, even though we wish we could, but we will help hype them up. Let's check out some of the games to keep an eye on in the hype. We won't be able to make it to this game, but it should be a great one in 6A Division 1 as Duncanville and DeSoto go at it. These two are familiar foes that faced off in the District of Doom earlier this season. Last time they faced off, Coach Samples earned his 300th career win. A win could put Duncanville in the state semifinals for the 4th consecutive season. Duncanville running back Malachi Medlock has run for 335 yards and 5 touchdowns in 3 playoff games. Teams that are combined 34-3. Duncanville scored 628 total points this season and is averaging 57 points per game. Their defense has been phenomenal as they've only allowed 136 points against them this entire season. Only 4 times this year has a team been able to score double digits from the Panthers. And besides their lone loss and the season opener, the most points scored against them has been 27. DeSoto is trying to reach the state semifinals for the first time since winning the Class 6A Division II state championship in 2016. The Eagles' Matt Allen has thrown 41 touchdown passes this season, but he was replaced in the 3rd quarter last week by Darius Bailey, who then went 11 for 11 for 218 yards and 3 touchdowns in a 34-17 win over previously undefeated Spring Westfield. The Eagles are 11-2 on the season overall, and their last loss was to the Panthers. They have scored a total of 615 points this season, averaging 47 points per game. They've had some great wins in 2021, including a massive victory over Rockwall in the area round of playoffs. This game should be interesting, as Coach Samples will tell you it's tough to beat a team twice for the same season.
Come into Cricket Wireless and get nationwide 5G plus a free 5G phone when you switch. Smile, you're on Cricket.
So many great games going on this week, and now it is time to see what's been trending on social media around the Inside High School Sports world. It is party time in Dallas ISD as South Oak Cliff Golden Bears defeated Aledo. Their reaction was priceless as the field was rushed in excitement. Then on Saturday, head coach Todd sent out a tweet for Dallas ISD alumni and students to give their team support as they try to take a state title. Another big upset, well, this one was on the hard foot though, as Richardson defeated Arizona Compass Prep at Hoop Fest 61-38. And their party was my kind of party. To stay on the hardwood, this might be a shot for the books. Nazir Brown with the game-winning last second shot for Capel. From where? The opposite baseline. That's all we have for this week's episode. To stay up to date with all things Inside High School Sports, follow our social accounts. We have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. By following those, it'll get you ready for the highlight of the sports weekend. Inside High School Sports, Saturday at 6:30 p.m. on NBC5, hosted by Pat Doney. Thank you for watching the Cricket Wireless Warmup. I am Ashley Bullington, and I hope we've gotten you in the holiday spirit and ready for the Texas high school football action on the gridiron this week.